Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling something that literally affects thousands of people every single day, the sheer everyday friction of finding secure local transport in South Africa. If you've ever had to scramble to figure out a commute to a new job or, much more stressfully, how to get your kids safely to school when you can't drive them yourself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's an absolute daily necessity. Yet somehow, historically, the process of setting it up has been incredibly painful.
Right? Are you tired of endlessly scrolling just to find a reliable ride? That really hits home, doesn't it? For so many customers, the search for trustworthy transport is just an exercise in pure frustration. You know the drill. Diving into community Facebook groups, digging through chaotic WhatsApp chats, or leaning on word of mouth tips that end up being totally outdated. You're basically just crossing your fingers hoping the stranger you found online is actually dependable, safe, and operates in your area. That is way too much anxiety just to get from point A to point B.
Section 1. The Transport Discovery Problem. So, what we're looking at here is a classic two-sided market failure. On one side, you've got hard-working transport providers completely buried in random social media posts. They're basically shouting into a digital void. They might offer an incredible service, but their marketing relies entirely on hoping the right person scrolls by at the exact right second. And then, on the flip side, you have the customers. Imagine you're a stressed out parent at 9 p.m. on a Sunday, urgently trying to vet a driver for Monday morning. You're scrolling endlessly, hoping you stumble upon a reliable provider on your route. Both sides actively want to find each other, but there's this massive wall of digital noise standing in the way. It's just so inefficient.
Section 2. Introducing FindMyRideSA. The real game changer here is that FindMyRideSA isn't just another messy forum. It's a purpose-built discovery infrastructure for local transport, and you can find it right at findmyridesa6825.web.app. As you can see right here in the app's interface, it's clean, intuitive, and cuts completely through that noise. Instead of customers and drivers just hoping to bump into each other by chance on the internet, this dedicated hub bridges demand and supply directly, efficiently, and, most importantly, safely. And it's specifically tailored to address your absolute most critical transport needs. First step, school commutes. Because let's face it, parents need absolute certainty and safety when it comes to moving their kids. Second is work travel. If your provider's late, well, you're late. Reliability is just non-negotiable for professionals on the daily grind. And third, private hire for those specific one-off trips or events. By categorizing things this way, the network ensures that whatever kind of ride you need, you're tapping into a system built to handle exactly that requirement. But what makes this whole infrastructure even more impressive is the sheer scale. We're not talking about a tiny, hyperlocal directory for just one specific suburb. FindMyRideSA is designed to connect you with safe, reliable transport all over South Africa. Whether you're in a busy metro area or a much quieter suburban district, the goal is exactly the same: to make sure localized transport is universally discoverable no matter where you happen to be in the country. Section 3. How instant matching works. Okay, this is the exact moment all that friction disappears. Let's compare the two paradigms. The old way, completely passive and chaotic, just endless scrolling through random posts with zero guarantee of success, literally like searching for a needle in a haystack. The new way shifts entirely to active searching and instant matching. Providers are no longer buried, they are actively discoverable, and customers aren't just crossing their fingers anymore, they're dynamically matched with exactly what they actually need the exact moment they need it. And this paradigm shift creates a perfectly frictionless three-step process. Check it out. First, you actively search your specific area of operation. Second, the technology filters out all the noise and instantly matches you with nearby available providers who meet your exact criteria. And third, boom, secure transport is booked. 1, 2, 3. It takes what used to be a multi-day headache of texting and calling and turns it into a streamlined, logical reality. Section 4. The safety of verification. Now this right here, this all comes down to a single, incredibly powerful metric: 100%. The platform absolutely does not just let anyone create a profile and start offering rides. Every single provider that pops up in your search is 100% verified through strict safety guidelines and a rigorous knowledge hub. When you're trusting someone with your daily commute or, again, your kid's ride to school, 99% simply isn't going to cut it. This absolute commitment to a fully vetted provider base is what really transforms this from a handy little tool into a genuinely secure ecosystem. And building on that foundation of trust, you also get to browse top-rated featured providers in your specific area. So you aren't just stuck with the closest ride, you actually have a real choice. This builds a community driven entirely by merit and reliability. The operators providing the safest, most punctual, and professional service naturally rise to the top. It creates this amazing incentive for drivers to maintain super high standards, and it gives riders that absolute peace of mind that comes from picking a verified, highly rated professional.
So we'll wrap up this explainer with a thought. If finding a 100% verified instant ride is now this effortless, what's stopping you from reclaiming your commute? FindMyRideSA has essentially taken the pure chaos of local transport discovery and replaced it with a secure, instant, and elegant infrastructure. No more endless scrolling, no more uncertainty, just safe, reliable connections. It's a fascinating look at how technology can truly solve everyday human friction. If you're ready to take the stress out of your daily travel, head over to FindMyRideSA-68A25.web.app and check it out for yourself.